guys, welcome to Magic Crossover presented by Starry. I'm your host, Kendra Douglas, and we have Cory Joseph beside us today. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to get to talk to you because this is an opportunity on this podcast for Magic fans to also get to know you a little bit more. New guy on this team so far. What have you liked about just being in Orlando and just the experience here so far?
It's been amazing. The weather's been great, thus far. I have a family. Kids been going to Disney a couple of times here and there. Would like to get there more, but that's been great. A lot of stuff to do with the kids. Obviously, the team is very close, so we've been doing things here and there. So it's been a great time so far.
When you kind of made the decision to come here, what stood out about this team for you? And so far, just how do you feel about just the bonding you've had so far with this team?
Yeah, the camaraderie is something that you hear about this team. Obviously, young, talented, very, very, very talented, I must say. And the position I'm in where I am in the stage of my career, I just felt like it fit perfectly. But it's been, it's better than my expectations so far. We're still, learning and getting better, learning each other. I'm learning the players as a point guard, like what players like to do, what they don't like to do, learning about them off the court. So still ways to go, but, I've been loving my time here so far for sure.
I kind of want to talk about just you as a person, like who are you outside of basketball, and what are some of the things that you enjoy doing, and just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm just a chill guy. Like I said, very family-oriented. Spend a lot of time, just with my wife, my kids, other than when I'm, playing basketball, just doing a lot of stuff with them. Try to be there around them as much as possible because obviously this job, we're away from them a lot. But other than that, just fun guy, play a little, instrument, steel pan, Trinidadian instrument. I'm Trini. So, and Trini and Canadian, obviously, but yeah.
Wait, so what else? Are there other instruments? What are your hidden talents?
That's the only one for me. Yeah, it stops. My talent stops
He's
at
like,
that. Yeah,
it's
one instrument for me. That's it.
If you could have played any other sport, what other sport would that have been?
Soccer.
Okay, I was just gonna be like, is that like a thing? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first sport I actually played before basketball. You could start a little bit younger than basketball. I've always had a basketball family, but for some reason, me and my brother, we started. I have an older brother as well that played basketball overseas now for the last 11 years. But we started with soccer first, so yeah.
And that was kind of, why didn't you, we're happy, but you're here, but why did you stop playing soccer? What was it?
I played all the way up until grade 10 or grade 10, I believe. Played club soccer ball and all that, but grade 8, I loved basketball more, first of all. That was where my heart was. But I was okay in soccer. Grade 8, I think I broke my leg. Got just a fracture, not nothing crazy.
Okay.
But that stopped my basketball season that year, and that's when I was like,
that's it.
Yeah, it's over.
I got hoop dreams.
Right.
I gotta get to that.
Exactly.
Do you follow any teams now, with soccer or anything? Or are you big?
Yeah. I used to. I haven't, seen in a little while. Just family, kids, been busy. But Chelsea.
Okay.
Was my number one team, Chelsea and Tottenham. Yeah.
Okay, look at that.
Yeah,
so I'm sure
team.
we probably have some Chelsea fans also who will be
1000%.
Watching this and be like, okay, they feel like they connected you a little bit more.
1000%, yeah.
When you think about just where your life is now, basketball-wise, and what have you, I guess, just learned about yourself as a player and who you are now?
Learned a lot. Going into my 14th year, still a young guy, 33. But I've learned a lot throughout my years. Coming in, getting drafted by San Antonio Spurs at 29, 2011, that was a lockout year. Then things started quick after the CBA and everything was figured out. Learned a lot from being there with Tony, Timmy, Manu, Pop. I was there with Kawhi, so he's one of my best friends in the league still. Just going to that organization as a point guard was everything. I think that's a big reason why I'm still going and my professionalism, today. They taught me a lot you're 19. I was 19, still in my teens.
Yeah.
So, you know, you were a young kid or a young man or a kid, however you want to say it. And then, you know, when I left there at, you know, 23, I was a young man. So on and off the court. So I think that helped me a lot. And then as you go through your career, you know, you just keep building. You keep building off that kind of, that base that, you know, I had from them. Then I went home to Toronto. Was a much, you know, different scene. Got to play with a lot of other great players. DeMar, Kyle, learned more from them. So I've been on a long journey.
Yeah.
But it's been, you know, I've been incredibly blessed, and I think I've been resilient in terms of like adding value to teams in certain situations, maybe where, you know, where people may not see or may not show up in a stat sheet or whatever. So just trying to like add value, you know, wherever I can, because it's you know, there's many pieces to a puzzle.
What was your like welcome to the NBA moment? Do you remember that?
I've had a couple. I remember, you know, San Antonio, I was picking, we were in Miami, I was picking up somebody full. I think I was picking up like Chalmers or somebody full, and I know LeBron came and just right past half court and bam, smacked me with a screen. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't hear, you know, my big saying from the back, and man, I had my neck was sore for like a week after that, whiplash.
You felt that way. You felt that way.
Yeah. So I've had, you know, I had a couple, and then just like when I was a rookie, training camp, like I said, I came in the lockout season, so I went to San Antonio, and obviously that was a veteran team with Tony and whatnot. So we're practicing and we're running plays 5-on-0 up and down, and you know, Coach Pop is not saying no words; he's just kind of using hand signals. So I had to pick up on all the hand signals, and stuff was moving quick at that time. So that was kind of a, you know what I mean? And you better get those, or else, you know, you're going to be mad at you. So that was definitely a learning experience for me. You know, that came quick too.
It's kind of really cool to hear you talk about your journey, because you've been able to play with some legends, like some insanely amazing people. And now you're with this group that's pretty young. But do you kind of see like how they can be at that level too? Like
1,000%, yeah. I see the potential, and it's coming very fast. I mean, obviously, you know, from 3 years ago to or 3-4 years ago to now, obviously we've seen the tremendous growth that, you know, we're having here as an organization. So, I mean, I definitely see that potential, and I'm just here to try to, you know, bring my value and try to speed it up as much as I can.
Yeah, definitely. We were talking a little bit before this, and we were talking about family, and it seems like family is very big for you too. Is that kind of how it works for you?
Yeah, for sure. My family's huge for me, man. Whenever I'm not playing ball, I try to, you know, spend as much time as I can, because I know it's, you know, obviously the job is grueling sometimes on your body and whatnot, but putting that aside, you know, you don't get to spend as much time as I would like with my fam, because I'm always on the road or whatnot. So, and then the last 13 years I was playing for Team Canada. So even in the summertime, I was, you know, moving and, you know, flying places and doing, you know, whatnot. So whenever I get the time to, I try to, you know, make sure that's priority.
What part of Canada are you from?
Toronto. I was born in Scarborough, and I grew up in Pickering.
So we have a game.
Okay.
And the game is, I'm going to be naming some foods, and you have to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on them.
Okay.
I also am kind of interested in a little bit more of these, because I have no idea what some of these are. Like, okay, let's start right here. A butter tart.
Butter tart. I'm not too big.
What
with
is
butter
this?
tart.
Like, is it good?
Yeah, it's like I don't even know how to. I'm not huge on butter tarts, to be honest with you.
So
it's like
no.
Almost like a pie, but it's not like, but it's sweet, but it's like
Not.
Yeah, but it's not like a. It's not tiramisu.
Just no.
It's
It's a
not
no.
creme brulee. It's like a different. It's like almost like a pie, but
Not
butter,
the same.
Yeah, I'm not.
Just
too big on
doesn't.
that
We're not a big fan of that one.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, yeah, we're not a big fan of that
like,
one.
I have only had it like once or twice too. I'm not. Yeah.
So we have no idea really. We don't know how you'd feel about it right now.
Yeah.
But we know in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there are going to be some in here that I think are more American. Sushi.
Sushi? No, I like sushi.
Okay.
I actually was late to sushi. It wasn't until I got to Toronto, you know. I was a kid, you know, had to open up my mind a little bit, broaden my horizons a little bit. Exactly.
Yes.
So I got put onto, you know, one of my friends put me on to Sushi and took me to an amazing spot out there in Toronto called Sushi.
Okay.
And you own it? Yeah, oh man. So if you ever in Toronto, anybody, that's the spot. I'm looking for some sushi spots out here, so.
Give us sushi spots. We all are, because sushi's good here, but I'm looking for, like, I feel you on that one. Tim Hortons?
Tim Hortons. Ooh.
Yeah.
Fire. Fire.
Okay.
That's basically like our I mean, we have Starbucks, but before Starbucks, that was like our Starbucks.
That was it?
Or like our Dunkin' Donuts, I would say.
Okay. No, so it's
That's
Starbucks.
basically
Okay.
yeah, it's like combined, Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. You get food, Timbits, which is like little donuts. You get the coffee, doubles, all of that. So that's kind of like our go-to. In every block in Canada, there's a Tim Hortons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ketchup chips.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. It sounds crazy though, right?
It sounds okay. So when we were in Canada last year, that's all they were giving us, and I was like, I don't
try it?
No.
See?
I'm too afraid.
That's the problem. You didn't try it. See, it
It's
sounds
good?
crazy. Even like, yeah, it sounds crazy. You know, even when the first time I come to the States or whatever, I tell my friends or whatever, ketchup chips, man, those are bomb, you know? Like, you got to try those. They were like, man, I don't know, who wants ketchup? Like, they thinking of ketchup.
Yes, yeah.
But it doesn't taste like ketchup.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I guess.
Yeah, so it's
I will
it's
next
fire,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poutine?
Poutine, super dope. Yeah.
But like, how?
So what you mean, fries, fresh fries right off the fryer.
Okay. There you, and then
Okay.
after that, you lose me.
After that, you put the gravy on them, and then you put the cheese curds. Poutine, you don't got, and then you could go crazy on the poutine. You really could do anything.
Really?
Yeah, there's like poutine.
I think I need to broaden my horizons.
Yeah, no, the poutines are fire too, for sure.
Okay, and the last one, cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers?
That's just a
Like
regular
cheeseburger?
A regular cheeseburger.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a cheeseburger,
We'll
but
end on a high note on that
yeah,
one.
you can't go wrong with a cheeseburger. But I mean,
That's just good anywhere you're gonna go.
It's very vague. You know what
I
I
know.
mean?
I
It
know.
could be
We'll
a
end up
bad
there.
one or a good one.
Or maple
Depends.
syrup. How about that one?
Oh yeah, maple syrup is dope. So in school, they would always like, I don't know if it's just my school growing up or if it was every school around the district or Canada or whatever. We used to go to like, they'll take you outside the city or whatnot. They'll go to like a little maple syrup farm, and you get the sap from the tree.
Really?
And it's dope. They did a whole bunch of stuff like maple cookies and all type of stuff. So it was a dope little, I just remember that. I just remembered it now as you told me.
You
It
had
was a dope
great
little
field trips.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Well, Cory, thank you so much for joining Magic Crossover presented by Starry, and good luck this season.
I appreciate it. Thank you.